Hello everyone, and welcome back to the podcast. I hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you are in the world. Thank you so much for spending a few minutes with me today. Whether you're listening while you're driving, studying, walking, relaxing at home, or practicing your English, I'm really happy you're here. Today's episode is a little different because I'm going to share something personal. It's something I don't usually talk about, and for a long time, I kept it to myself. Today, I'm going to tell you one of my biggest secrets. Now, before you start imagining something dramatic, let me say this: it's not a shocking secret. It's not something unbelievable. But it is something that completely changed the way I see myself, the way I learn, and the way I approach my goals. My biggest secret is this: for many years, I thought I had to be perfect before I could start anything. That was the belief that quietly controlled many of my decisions. Whenever I wanted to begin something new, my first thought wasn't, this is exciting, Instead, it was, am I ready, And almost every single time, the answer inside my mind was, and not yet, I thought I needed more experience. I thought I needed more knowledge. I thought I needed better skills. I thought I needed more confidence. So I waited. Then I waited some more. And while I was waiting, I watched other people doing the exact things I wanted to do. Some of them weren't perfect either. Some of them made mistakes. Some of them improved over time. But there was one important difference between them and me. They had started. I hadn't. That realization stayed in my mind for a long time. One day I asked myself a simple question. What if waiting is actually the thing that's holding me back? That question completely changed my perspective. I realized that confidence doesn't magically appear one morning. Nobody wakes up suddenly feeling ready for everything. Confidence grows after taking action. Not before. Think about riding a bicycle. Nobody expects to ride perfectly on the first day. You wobble. You lose balance. You laugh. You try again. Little by little, your brain learns what to do. Eventually, something that once seemed impossible becomes natural. Learning new skills works exactly the same way. Whether you're learning English, starting a YouTube channel, speaking in public, or trying a new hobby, the first attempts almost always feel uncomfortable. And that's perfectly normal. For a long time, I believed that successful people never doubted themselves. I imagined they always knew the right answer. I imagined they never felt nervous, but after listening to interviews and reading stories about successful people, I noticed something interesting. Almost everyone experiences uncertainty. The difference isn't that successful people never feel it. The difference is that they keep moving forward anyway. That became one of the most valuable lessons I've ever learned. Here's another part of my secret. I used to compare my beginning to someone else's years of experience. I'd watch amazing videos online and think, I'll never be that good, What I forgot was that every expert was once a beginner. Every confident speaker once struggled to express their ideas. Every talented creator once produced something that wasn't perfect. Every skilled professional had a first day. Nobody skips the learning process. The internet often shows us the final result, not the journey. We see polished videos, beautiful photos, excellent presentations, confident conversations. But behind every one of those achievements are hundreds of hours of learning, practicing, improving, and trying again. That changed the way I looked at progress. Instead of asking, why am I not there yet? I started asking, what can I learn today? That small change made learning much more enjoyable. Instead of focusing only on the destination, I began appreciating the process. And honestly, I think that's where real growth happens. Another thing I discovered is that motivation is unpredictable. Some mornings you wake up excited. You feel inspired. You can't wait to work on your goals. Other mornings, you don't feel like doing anything. You'd rather watch videos, stay comfortable, or tell yourself you'll start tomorrow. And that's exactly why habits matter more than motivation. If you only work when you feel motivated, your progress depends on your emotions. But if you build simple daily habits, you continue moving forward even on ordinary days. That's where consistency becomes powerful. You don't have to do something extraordinary every day. You just need to keep showing up. Small efforts repeated consistently create incredible results over time. Think about learning English. Imagine learning only 10 new words every week. At first, that doesn't sound impressive. But after 1 year, you've learned more than 500 new words. Imagine practicing speaking for just 15 minutes every day. Those 15 minutes don't seem life-changing. But after months of practice, your confidence grows naturally. Big achievements are usually the result of many small actions, not one giant moment. Another lesson I learned is that mistakes are not the opposite of success. They're part of success. When I was younger, I thought making mistakes meant I wasn't good enough. Now I understand something very different. Mistakes are evidence that you're learning. If you're never making mistakes, you're probably staying inside your comfort zone. Growth happens when we're willing to look a little awkward, ask questions, and keep practicing. That's true for languages. It's true for careers. It's true for almost every skill in life. One conversation at a time. One lesson at a time. One improvement at a time. Looking back, I realized that many of the limits I believed in were created inside my own mind. Nobody was stopping me. I was stopping myself. I kept waiting for permission. Permission to begin. Permission to make mistakes. Permission to improve. Eventually, I realized something important. Nobody is going to give you that permission. You have to give it to yourself. That idea felt incredibly freeing. Because once you stop waiting for the perfect moment, you discover that today is already a good day to begin. Maybe not a perfect day, but a good one. And that's enough. Here's something else I'd like to share. Sometimes we underestimate how much we're improving. Because we see ourselves every day, the progress feels invisible. But if you compare yourself today with who you were 6 months ago, you'll probably notice something surprising. You've learned new things. You've gained new experiences. You've become stronger. You've solved problems you once thought were impossible. Progress is often quiet. It doesn't always announce itself. Sometimes it appears slowly, almost without you noticing. Until one day you realize that something which once felt difficult has become easy. That's one of the most rewarding feelings in the world. If you're currently learning English, don't be discouraged if everything doesn't come naturally right away. Every sentence you practice matters. Every podcast you listen to matters. Every page you read matters. Every mistake teaches you something valuable. One day you'll understand conversations that once seemed impossible. One day you'll speak with more confidence. One day you'll look back and smile because you'll remember how far you've come. That's why I encourage you to enjoy the journey instead of rushing toward the finish line. Learning is not a race. It's a lifelong adventure. And every small step counts. So, if I could leave you with one message today, it would be this: don't wait until you feel fearless. Don't wait until you think you're perfect. Don't wait until everything feels easy. Start now. Learn now. Practice now. Improve little by little. Because confidence isn't something you discover. It's something you build. One decision. One habit. One conversation. One challenge. One day at a time. That's the secret I wanted to share with you today. Not because it's extraordinary, but because it genuinely changed my life. And maybe, just maybe, it can help you too. Thank you so much for listening all the way to the end. I truly appreciate every minute you spend here with me. I hope this episode gave you a little extra motivation to continue learning English and to continue believing in yourself. Remember, progress is always more important than perfection. Keep practicing. Keep learning. Keep smiling. And never stop growing. Thank you for being here. I'll see you in the next episode. Take care, have an amazing day, and as always, keep speaking English.
I hope today's story inspired you to try something new while improving your English. Thanks for listening, and remember, every day is a new chance to learn. See you in the next episode, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and follow me on my social media such as TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. Goodbye.